Ah, there we are. Oh wait, we're all in the wrong boxes. That's all right. While I introduce each other, I'll put everybody around. I'm in the right box though. But
Oh, sure, you're in the right
welcome,
box.
welcome to the Dead
You're in a
Unicorn.
box. You're in a box, and you get a box.
Welcome to the Dead
That's what you
Unicorn.
get for trying to put us all in boxes.
Ooh.
Hey, I fixed the thing.
Welcome to the Dead Unicorn. We're playing Vallanthia here. It's the open D6 system. It's fantasy role play. We're glad you're with us. Let me introduce everybody. My name's Corey. I play White Ape. Then we're going to go to Sarah, who plays Esri. She's in the right box. But these two guys are switched up. We need to put, Matt into Tom's box. Matt plays Tom. And
He
then
is a
The
mushroom.
Mushroom Man.
Tarek goes up here because
I am not the mushroom.
he plays Erda.
The nut.
And the game master needs to switch with. Okay, and now everybody's in the right spot. Because the game
Now I
master
have tiny
is
hands.
Howard.
Do I have tiny hands? What's going on? Is there a tiny hand filter?
Tiny applause.
Hold on, and let me get this squared away. Boop, and there's our chat log. Man, why was I so unprepared for this game? I don't know why, but
It's our first day. Welcome to the internet. We're new.
I'd like to thank our patrons scrolling in the upper right-hand corner. Thank you, patrons, for your support. If you want to be a patron, you can go to patreon.com/deadunicorn or not. Just subscribe. Just subscribe and share us and have fun and listen along. But if you do become a patron, you can vote for your favorite character and give them a special advantage. And this week's winner is, drumroll, Esri, played by Sarah. She gets an extra character point to help her on her way. Because she's unconscious, she really needs it. So, yeah. With all of that out of the way, I'm going to give the stream over to my good friend Howard, who is the most excellent game master in the world. Go ahead.
I've actually used Zoom to give myself much scarier eyebrows. Is that working?
Darker eyebrows. I don't know about scarier.
I don't know if my original eyebrows were scary or not.
reminds
I'm
me
just
of-
hoping these are imposing.
They look-
Are they imposing
They look.
eyebrows?
They just look well groomed. I'm sorry.
My
Reminds me
original
of the
eyebrows
app
need some
filter.
grooming.
It reminds me of the app filter video that I saw a while back where this lady used the filter on her cat, which gave her normal human eyes and the eyebrows. And the cat looked like she was just sassing up at her owner. Like, what you looking at? That's what it's reminding me of.
So, Howard, I noticed you fixed your camera. You don't have the black bars on either side anymore.
I found the setting. It exists. I had like two boxes checked, one that said something and one that said HD, and I just unchecked one of them and the bars disappeared. So I don't know. So fixed it. Yeah, I am the tech guru. If you need me to tell you to go through all of your settings and try all the boxes, I am there for you. Also, just unplug it and plug it back in. I'm a
Just
tech
push
guru.
buttons till something happens.
I am the man. And what I'd really like to say right now is our gang defeated a demon and an army of animated dead in the Light's Peace Asylum. But now they're dealing with a blood mist that's warped some of them into hideous monsters filled with an evil soul energy from hell. White Ape has taken refuge beneath a bench in an alcove in the hallway, waiting for the screams to die down as the monstrous versions of guards kill the remaining normal guards. A badly wounded Esri remains unconscious. Erda is attempting to aid her, but the severity of her wounds and the black writhing goo that has filled her body has made normal medical attention very complex. Tom, whose mind is as infected as his form, believes that Erda is a demon that is harming Esri, and he is aware that his body is filled with evil black worms, but in his twisted mind, he has decided to attempt to forcefully excrete them onto Erda in an attempt to both rid himself of this infection and attack the demonic imposter of his elven ally. So we begin this game.
You know, when you put it like that.
I believe that's how the last game ended. If my understanding of y'all's intentions was pretty much accurate.
It was mostly to kind of punish Erda for hurting Esri, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't know what Erda is. You do recognize Esri as your ally. She was crying out in pain. He was failing his roles, and you're like, you monster, and you're looking at this infection in you that you're already trying to excrete, and you squeezed it out on him like you're a tube of toothpaste, gushing goo upon Erda, and you made your roll. And Erda was showered with this black, writhing, wormy spaghetti that landed upon him, and he will now make a physique stamina roll. If you don't have stamina, just straight physique. That's not so good.
As I begin vomiting all over all of the open wound.
Oh, thank you. That's excellent.
All right. So,
Sure, this will be healthy for everybody.
Tom, you squeeze this juice that's cut out of yourself, and you actually feel like a moment of relief, like you're like a limited amount of clarity returning to your mind and seeing the world as it is. And you're aware not that there's anything super wrong with yourself more than you knew. Like you already knew you were infected, but you're aware that your infection is really bad. And you see now in this moment of clarity, Esri is also very infected and she is dying. And so your concern for her was not misplaced. You're right on the ball there. And in this one brief moment of clarity, you see that as this stuff shoots out of your wounds onto Erda, that for a moment you see Erda as he always had been by your side, the mystic elf who is lean of stature with the big black eyes, with a weird reddish tint, the studious pale fellow who's been nothing but an ally to you before now. Look up in horror as this stuff comes from you and rains down upon him and begins to try and writhe its way into any wound that Erda has. His open mouth, his eyes, his ears, anything it can get into.
His hands, his shoulders, knees and toes.
Immediately, Tom is very regretful of his action.
Horrified, I'm sure.
And
Very
Erda,
horrified.
as all of that
Immediately
occurs,
regret your decisions.
as all of that occurs, you are, of course, looking up in horror. You look up from your concern over Esri and her obviously mutated form as you're trying to help her. You're trying to understand what's going on, to fix her body, to squeeze some of the, I think you were trying to scoop out some of the black, horrible writhing masses and pulling them forward. You look up and you see that Tom looks down at you with disdain and takes a limb and just squeezes it, and just like a pus bubble explodes and stuff rains down upon you.
Imagine seeing like the fleshy bit of the mushroom's skin just expanding and then bursting, and a bunch of black mass just flying out.
Man, you
That
guys
sounds-
are like
Pretty
stretching the moment right there.
awful.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's the best part of this game, my friend. These moments are what make the game for me. All right, so it rains down on you. It does because of your absolutely craptastical roll. Also, you have no physique and no stamina, apparently. As it rains down on you and begins to find its way into you, you feel it just going into your eyes, your mouth, your ears. You like open your mouth in a horror, and then now you are filled with regret. You immediately like closed your mouth, but it was too late. It was already in your mouth, and now you're trying to open your mouth and gag. But it's in you. It's everywhere.
So I don't know if you remember this, but my character was originally like a long time ago before he was exiled from his lands. He was a guard for his people and was injured very badly, which made him become a librarian for these keymstones. And the reason why
Yeah.
is because I have a restricted attribute in physique, so I can only ever have a maximum of 3 dice in physique. And on top of that, I'm also very delicate, so I can't even resist the damage that I take. Get a -2 penalty to all my damage resistance.
Oh,
Him just shooting all of this goop on me is like, oh yeah, I'm going to infect the most infectable person on the planet.
You're like, what is that? You're sitting in like a hospital bed with an IV? Let me just inject you with this.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll be fine if I inject a bunch of tainted fat blood directly into your veins. This will be good, right?
I had to I had to role play it. It was still
I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying.
Nobody is mad at you, Matt. This is
great-
beautiful.
Great situation here that we got. Gonna be an interesting challenge.
Right. Because that has occurred, you can make a second roll of, and again, this doesn't count as your actions or anything. Go ahead and make either a stamina physique, physique stamina, or you can make a charisma metal check for the second effect of this happening to you.
Okie dokie.
Well, the one could have been placed worse, but that was still an absolutely awful roll.
At very least.
So basically, you don't. I don't know if that was your charisma. Was that your charisma?
That was my charisma. Yeah, charisma. Metal. I have 3 dice in it. I'm actually better at meddling.
Meddling.
Not today. So yeah, no, you get some in your mouth, and you feel like this presence in you, telling you that you are misunderstanding the situation, and you're like, "No, devil, you may have a point there. Let me look around."
Hopefully, you know what? I want to believe that I'm misunderstanding the situation.
This could be
That-
worse. I don't know. Tom just, gushed goo on me. What's really going on?
Tom's using biological warfare. I mean, how much worse could it get?
All right. So, White Ape, you are next in the initiative order, but you are, last I checked, under a bench on a different, are you on a different map?
I am
Yes,
on
yes, you
the
are.
map of in the temple.
Right. There you go. I see you now on my map. All right. South of you, you heard screaming last.
Yeah. I'm waiting for them to.
All you've heard.
I'm waiting for them. I'll peek around the corner, see if they're still there. If they're still there, I stay under the bench. If not, I'm gonna make.
They are no longer in sight range from your location, based on what I'm seeing.
All right, I'm gonna sprint over to here, across the hall. That's the plan.
Did you move your character? He looks like he's in the same place to me.
No, I didn't move him. But
Oh, okay.
I'll move him. Hold on. Let me just.
All right, cool. I was just making sure because you said it like so definitively. I thought you moved him and I didn't see it.
I
I'm
just
like,
want to
what's
know if I
wrong
needed
with
to
my
make-
thing?
I just want to know if I needed to make a roll to sprint across or to sneak across.
To move more than your
Are we in
allotted number of boxes. If your movement is like, I believe your movement is 10, which means 5 boxes. If you want to move more than 5 boxes, you need to make a roll. If you get at least a 5, you can move 10 boxes. At least a 10, you can move.
But that's combat
15
rounds.
boxes.
Are we in combat rounds?
That's you're in combat rounds because I'm still going through the initiative order.
Okay. See, these are the questions. This is why I didn't move my icon. This is the questions I needed to ask.
Okay, no, good to go. Go ahead, and if you want to make a
All right, I'll do double my
roll.
movement,
It's
'cause I can
physique
never-
running.
I can never do more than double my movement because my physique is so pitiful. Yeah.
But that's a good roll.
I made double my movement, so I can move 10.
All right, you were aiming for double, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because if you had said triple, it would have been a failure, and you'd move 3 boxes.
And you still didn't change the map to be meters. They're still in feet.
Is that a thing I control? Let me have a
Yes,
look
it
at
is.
that. I believe you.
You're the game master. You control everything.
So
Yeah, I believe you too. I just don't know where the button is.
it's where you go to maps under, you bring that little drop down menu for the map. You click on the little gear icon, and you go down to where it says you can go do boxes or hexes, and you can change it from 5 feet to 2 meters, whatever you want.
Meters. All right, cool. Let's try that. Save.
All right.
Check it out.
So now when I measure, it should say, yep, 5 meters, 10 meters. So we're in 5-meter squares.
Neat. And we lost Erda just that quickly. Darn you!
You might
Be
want to
ahead of time, people.
5-meter squares are ginormous. You might want to pull that down to 2-meter squares.
Okay. Man, you are picky.
It's so I can measure things, so I can see what ranges are, so I can,
You and your measuring with your things. A grid skull should be 2 meters safe. Try that.
All right, I'm gonna take the map so everybody can see the map.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Yeah, that works.
Hey.
No, it doesn't. I'm still at 5 meters, 10 meters. 2 squares is 10 meters. 3 squares is 15 meters.
Isn't that right? In the square 2 meters?
Square is 5 meters.
That's not right. The square is 2 meters.
Yeah, you should change that.
Oh, I thought you meant. Okay, nope, never mind. Let me try it again. Five, four, three, two. Save. Okay.
All right, there we go. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's how you make a map, my friend. You figured it out.
Boom. Cool. We did a thing, and your turn was super exciting. We did a thing. All right. Let me see who's next in the initial order. Nothing against you, honestly. I appreciate your help. But after White Ape is somebody named Nipik. Nipik, you're next.
Nitpick.
Nipik.
Like me and ranges?
Oh, okay. You, for those on this map, which I think honestly is just White Ape right now, right?
Yep, just me.
White Ape, without you don't have to make any perception rolls for this. You hear people running, people screaming, the sounds of combat just kind of echoing throughout the building because it's a huge building. I mean, like a ridiculously large building.
Yes.
And so you hear more screams. They are somewhat muffled, so you know that the screams are not in the room that you're in or in a room adjacent to it, but there is horror and combat going on around you. But luckily for you, nothing's happening in your area. Let me flip back to the other people, and they are all in this one, I think.
Well, that's still in the underground. No one's in on the underground anymore. Everybody's in an
Oh, okay.
alleyway.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, you're right. They're in the alley. I don't have a map for that. That's what's going on.
We don't need a map for that unless there's combat happening out there.
There might be in a moment, but I don't have a map for it. So it'll be a lot of mind's eye theater is what's going to happen, I think.
Sure.
Which I'm fine with. I actually prefer it because, I spent quite a few years playing it. All right. So I think that's it for the Nipsies. I will say for Airdrek, he's going to stay where he is. And you don't have any other Nipsies on your side that go on this round that I can think of. Not that I'm seeing in my list, and I'm looking. So, all right, moving on. Esri, you're unconscious, and I apologize. Love you, Sarah. Thank you for showing. Get a character point because everybody loves you on the internet. All right. Erda. Is he back yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, so the only idea that I have at this point is regular medicine isn't really working for me. The worst thing that you can have happen happened, which is getting infected by the people you're trying to help. So what I'm going to attempt to do now is use some of my magical ability, and you tell me if this is potentially workable or not. But could I use my ability to try to control these like spirit maggots, and force them into a more controllable or manageable situation that way I can either make the excretion of these easier or like literally just use magic to like
You're asking if it's possible. The answer is everything is technically possible, but it just becomes gradients of improbability. In other words, the more crazy your attempt, the higher I will set the difficulty at. So if you're like, I want to wake up this comatose person with a first aid kit, it's not impossible. It's just really, really, really hard. If you're like, I would like to stop the moon from crashing into the planet by using my blood magic, by shooting a stream of blood at it, not impossible, but you're going to need to roll over a 60 on your 5 dice. To see what I'm saying?
I agree. That is fair. And I'd also probably need a very large amount of blood to shoot.
Okay, so every time, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but every time I take a drink, I've seen now that the filter I put on is taking my evil eyebrows and putting them on my forehead. So I'm going to show this for everyone.
That is funny. Yes.
Glad you finally noticed it.
Okay,
Nice.
cool. I just noticed it. Yeah, that's fantastic. All right, now go ahead and do your thing. I just had to share that because it was hilarious to me.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to use my blood magic to try to, in my mind, what I'm trying to do is draw the energy that is in these creatures out of them. And so I will attempt to use the ability that I use to store like this kind of necromantic energy.
Okay.
Okay, well,
That's a pretty good roll.
don't feel bad for having 2 bad rolls in a row because that one made up for it.
That was an insanely good roll, sir. Would you like to stand or would you like to spend any character points or anything?
I'll stand. I'll hold
All right.
here.
You like
Mostly
you like the
because-
poker feel of this game? That's something that has always drawn me to it.
I will say though, the reason why I'm holding is because I have no character points.
That's a good reason. Another good reason is to know that 30 is already doing the impossible to begin with. I will tell you this, out of character completely, I did have a bar in mind higher than normal because you are currently under the effect, as in it's in you, it's messing with your head, and you are having to control your thoughts and focus through these weird thoughts that you're having that are disorienting you. Like you're looking around and you're wondering whether or not they were evil or if maybe they were normal the whole time. And maybe until now you were the one who was infected, but you continue to focus through that because you rolled insano well. And as you focus through it and you just, you pull on the evil gunk that has entered your body and you pull it away. And your goal was, correct me if I'm wrong, to pull it out of you, correct?
Yes.
Right. And you force your magic to just pull it out of you. And there was a connection between blood and the very essence of life. And as you pull upon it, you pull the essence of life from the infection that would have gotten you, draw it out of you in this red mist form that becomes like a bubble of red, like a sphere that appears in front of you of blood that is all of the contamination, clearing you completely. And are you currently wounded?
I am currently wounded. Yeah, I am all the way into seriously wounded.
All right. Go ahead and move yourself to the regular wounded level. You can put that on your character sheet. Just keep track of it in your head, whatever you want to do it. I'm going to give you, because you rolled so incredibly well, you actually pull out some of the problems in your own body and just create this sphere of just nasty infection and just this turmeric nastiness that you don't want in you, in front of you, as a sphere of blood. And it is disgusting and horrible. And you know that sphere is gross. It's about the size of like a cannonball, a little bit bigger than a fist. And there it is in front of you. You have created it and you have pulled it out of you. And that is where you end. Unless you have anything else you want to do this turn. I believe that.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I can probably do this turn, but I'm planning on trying to dispose of this without just, throwing it into the... Well,
Right.
It'll be fine if I just put it in the sewers. It'll,
Okay. For the record, I mean, like right at this point, if you were just let it drop on the ground, it wouldn't necessarily reinfect you unless you like jump down and we're like, oh, that's no good.
You can throw it down
Exactly.
the
This
secret
is
door.
much better. I love it. It's much more delicious in blood form than
You
it
can
is
throw
in
it-
giant worm form.
You can throw it down the secret door, man. That's all hellscape, anyways.
Yeah, ain't nobody down there anyway, is what I heard. Nobody we like.
That'll be fine.
So you have pulled the infection out of yourself. I don't get to do the cool thing that I had written up that was sitting right here. I had a whole like notepad open for I was going to read for you, but you pulled that out of you and screwed it up, sir.
For now,
Ruined my
Mom is
moment.
still next to me, and he could still squeeze his shit on me if he wanted to.
Let me top you off there, splork.
Gross. Oh, that's some great body horror there, Corey. You love it.
I'm hoping. Squirt.
All right. So after Erda is, hey, Tom, we're back at you.
All right. So
What you saw, based on all the things that you understood, you had that moment of clarity as you squeeze stuff out. For the record, after that moment of clarity, the wave of confusion kind of came back over you. So you still see Erda as a weird little demonic person who just took all the stuff you shot on him and like squeezed it into a bubble in front of him. And he's like holding it in front of him and he's looking at you maliciously. You think he's going to throw it at you.
Oh, I'm definitely throwing.
Oh yeah, probably. Esri remains unconscious on the ground, probably about to be murdered by that demonic Erda. That's what you're seeing. And go.
all right. So Tom will grab the ball and toss it into the hole that they came out of, back into the prison.
Okay, cool.
You're gonna
Grab
slap
it,
it out of my
and
hand.
throw it. No, I was imagining kind of like you were holding it with your mana
yeah.
ability. Yeah, are you holding it with your physical hand?
No, I'm probably holding it like that, but I imagine he like slaps it out from like above where my hand is. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Okay, cool.
And he just like splash and it falls into the.
The only slight difference there is he hitting you or is he hitting air? You know. So,
Yeah.
all right, so you're gonna just like hit the thing down into the hole. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Go
All right.
ahead and make your attack roll, sir.
All right. Which would be what? Physique, stamina, or agility?
It's going to be under skills, under agility, probably if you have melee combat or unarmed combat or any type of skill to attack.
I only got agility, contortion, and dodge. So
All right, and under hang on, let me look at your character real quick. Tom, I am looking at you, sir.
oh no, do not
Checking
look
out
at the inner
your
workings.
stuff. Yeah, you will have agility, contortion, dodge, and coordination, lockpicking, and sleight of hand. So you have no attacky attack stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say you can slap it with your straight agility or coordination, depending on how you define it. Agility is more like a full body thing. Coordination is your hands.
Yeah, I would definitely say more like slapping it out of his like magical grasp, like it was a basketball, being thrown into a big old hole that I'll call the net or basket.
All right. Awesome. Going to get a coordination check with your hand. That is 4 dice.
All right. Oh, yeah, that's right. 3D dice enabled. Cool.
What am I hearing?
I have no idea. It ain't mine.
Okay, cool. Well, hey, you rolled really well. You got your 6 went off and re-rolled as a 2. Your total is 19. He was not currently guarding it in any way. He didn't have any type of dodge or defense actions up. So you slap it, and you said you were aiming it back towards the hole where you came from, would back
Yes.
down into the escape route. Nobody's in that particular hole back on the other map. So, boom, down it goes. You slap it down back into the evil from whence it came.
And I just wag my finger at Erda. No, bad.
As in reality, he's wagging his arm and a bunch more worms are flopping everywhere.
Probably, yeah. Like shaking off, just like when you like your hands are wet,
Why?
you're just like drying them like that.
Why are you doing this to me?
Evil infected worms everywhere.
I was going to use that red mist for energy.
Awesome. All right, and then we come down to Corey Whiteape.
All right, let's continue to run across this area, as this place is freaking huge. So it's gonna be oh good. Frick. Okay, I moved 3. Why can't I touch my icon? Oh, because I'm on the wrong thing. Okay, got it.
Oh, I was like, I don't know. What did I do? Oh my god, I'm sorry.
You didn't do anything. 2, 3.
I just naturally assume it's me at this point. I'm so bad
As
at
I
this program.
stumble my way across, but at least I get +1 to my athletics.
Okay. Awesome. All right, so you continue sneaking across the room. And after Whiteape is the Nipsies, at which point you get to hear, let's see, where are you? Let me double check. Corey, you feeling odd or even today?
I'm always feeling odd.
All right, I meant to roll 1 die. Actually, I rolled 2, but either way, it came up to a 7, which is an odd number. So here's what happens. You hear more of the horror and the screaming of people fighting these monstrosities that have come up. You hear some bones breaking and just this absolute terror running through people as they're fighting these things. You hear guards in their metal armor clanking as they go running at it. And with it, since it's odd and it's in your favor, can you see where I'm pinging?
Yes.
Okay. From this direction, you hear that there is more danger. There's more screaming and guards screaming, but you don't see anything due to where you're currently located.
Well,
But nothing enters the room that you're in.
this is no good at all. I'm gonna have to retreat. I can't fight these things.
All right. And that is your turn and the NPC's turns. Oh yeah, and there's one other NPC. Let me check him out. And I forgot how to move the thing. Oh, there it is. All right, cool. I see him now. He's had a few moments. He can go to here and look. You roll a perception, whatever, acumen check for him. Oh, wow. Look at him being all acumen-y. Okay. It's a 19. Corey, at this point, you hear a voice call to you, but it's not in a language you understand. But because he calls to you, I'll say you see him. which is Airdrek is in front of you, like in a direct line. Like if you're looking at your icon, you look straight to your right. I don't know where you're zoomed in on the map.
Yeah,
but,
I see him.
Okay, cool. You see Airdrek look at you, and he's looking around like hesitantly, and he looks at you and he goes, "Psst." And it's something in some horrible, kissy reptilian language. But it looks like he's calling you to come over.
Yeah, I'm trying.
What he's actually saying is, Red Rover, can Timmy come over?
That's literally it, because he didn't know your name, because your name is not a good reptilian name.
Yeah, and Timmy is reptilian, of course, for Timothy.
That is absolutely accurate. I've checked with several snakes. So, all right, let's have a look at the list here. After the NPCs, Esri will lay there and look lovely for her bloated self. Thank you, Sarah. And at this point, for everyone that is outside the church in the alleyway, which is pretty much just the two of y'all, right? Just Erda and Tom.
3 of us. Yeah.
All right. I'll let both of you, without spitting the actions, just a general acumen roll. If you have search, you can make a search roll. If not, general acumen.
So you're having me and Erda do a
Search
search roll? Okay.
Search or acumen, whichever you got.
All right.
These dice love me this game.
They really do.
They're
This
tired
is your
of me
game.
losing. They're like, Erda, you've been enough of a klutz. Time for you to start doing shit.
One day the dice will favor Esri, who has been unconscious for an entire game so far. All right, both of you. Erda first, because 20 is another level on the dice. But both of you have exceeded my initial difficulty. We'll see someone coming around the corner. You see an elf dressed in what is high elven finery. These are the elves that are the glowy elves, which you had a friend that was one of those. Yeah, you're familiar with them.
Yeah.
This elf with his glowing golden hair comes around the corner and looks down at y'all, and he has finery that is also glowing, but of a different tint. Like his clothing glows kind of a red, whereas his hair glows with a almost luminescent golden light. And as he looks over the scene in this alleyway, and he waves his hand, and he says something that only Erda will understand. But first, I got to make my roll, see if I do anything effectively, because I could always just screw it up. Let's see. No, I did not. All right. So in Elven, he is chanting something that basically would translate to demonic magic, back to your realm, be gone from my sight, be gone. And as he says all that, this like white light begins to shine from his hands, and he is literally forcing it back like into the ground. And you see the taint from everything that has flown from Tom's hands as he was shaking them at you to your own magic, all of it just being like pushed down by this incredible amount of what almost feels like sunlight, just pushing it all into the earth. Both of you are going to be, I guess, game-wise, that what you're going to feel is that you are emboldened against the taint that is currently affecting you. The literal mechanic is I'm going to lower the difficulties on any of your rolls that are to affect it or go against it.
Like resist it?
Exactly.
Can I squeeze the rest of it out of me?
You can still try to on your turn, yes. And you will have an easier time doing it on your turn. So like I'm saying is right now what you feel like is like this light is somehow aiding you and making you feel better. It's like healing light, but it hasn't actually affected anything because it's not your turn yet to do a thing. You know what I mean? Like he's helping you, but he hasn't. But this isn't some Deus Ex Machina. You're automatically better, but you do feel slightly better.
You feel like you can deal with this.
Yeah. So this guy with the golden, glowing blonde hair and the perfect features, because all elves have perfect features. We're beautiful people who get all the poo-tang we want.
True, accurate. Very
Exactly.
accurate.
But yeah, so that's what's going on this turn, and that is after Esri, then he goes, then we're back to Erda. Erda, what you up to?
Well, this is strange, but not unwelcome. So
Yeah, no, people
Right.
helping you is never unwelcome.
exactly. As I feel more bolstered, I'm going to attempt to do what I just did to myself to Esri, because she is in critical condition.
All right.
You said I get I feel more helped, but I'm just gonna roll base and then I'll roll extra dice if you. Well,
Right. So, like, I'm changing your target number, but you don't know what
Oh,
the
okay,
change
cool.
is.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty positive it wasn't something that 2 1s are gonna get, but gladly it was not a 1 in the wrong spot. What
No,
I-
because that was really close to being in the wrong spot.
what I'm going to do though is spend a fate point.
All
So
right.
that I do have a fate point,
Oh, all the dice rolled again.
and
Do
I will
it.
try to add to this.
Hell, oh, oh. All right. Well, it takes away the 6, but it still leaves a 5, and 5 is and 1 is 11, 14.
14?
Yeah.
14 plus 17, right?
Yeah. So that's a silly and insanely good roll.
Okay.
Because that's a 31.
That's a 31, yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
okay.
31.
All
But
right.
she's also in a much more.
I assume are you standing at 31?
I am standing at 31. That's all I have left. That was my last
Cool.
shebang.
All right. I just realized that people might see me. If you see me doing something right now, I am playing with a cat who may or may not be on camera. My
No.
kitty is like my
Map cat.
sidekick right now, so she is next to me. All right. So at a 30 you're based on what you've rolled. Esri may give me a physique, stamina, or charisma metal check. If you have either of the skills, go for it. If not, I would say whatever's higher, charisma or stamina.
Okay, give me a second to actually pull up my character sheet because I wasn't planning to. I didn't think I'd actually need it.
She was deeply in Plants vs. Zombies right now.
Yeah, she's secretly running a WoW raid.
Okay, I'm sorry. Tell me again what I can roll.
It is going to be either charisma metal or straight charisma if you don't have metal, or physique stamina or straight physique if you don't have stamina. So in other words, whatever's highest of those options.
I have all of that. I have all
Whatever
of
the
that, but I'm
best
gonna roll
of
my
all
metal
those
'cause
rolls.
That's highest. Yes.
You are lovable.
That's what I'm.
Yep. No, you're not, but you thought you were. She's like, I have all the things, and I rolled a 5.
Well, I only rolled metal. I didn't roll. You know.
You do have a couple of character points. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
That's true. I do, but I don't know if I want to use them to wake up because I'll wake up eventually, right? Or I get to try again eventually.
Assuming nothing kills you in the meantime, yes.
Oh, so I'm in danger of potentially dying.
Yeah, you are an unconscious.
Okay.
being.
Then I will use one.
I mean,
I will use one to
you are infected
re-roll that,
with
I guess.
demon worms.
And also, if you wake up, you get to play with the rest of us. It's
Yeah,
nice.
and also, maybe not have worms inside of you.
It's also
Okay,
super
so do I
sad
just
that with
roll
3
metal
dice
again?
you rolled a 5. But yeah, sure, roll a d6.
I've been there. Don't worry.
Roll 1d6, and that is spending a character point. If you want to spend a fate point, that's re-rolling your 3 dice again.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, I'm just gonna roll the 1d6 then.
Okay.
I don't know how much good that'll do me with a 5, but all right, we'll see.
You're at 9.
Oh, that's pathetic.
Would you
know,
like to
that's terrible.
spend another character point? Because you got one last game and you got one this game, so it's up to you.
Yes. All right, I'll spend another one. Let's see.
I'm gonna laugh when after all of these expenditures are done, Howard goes, "Well, the TN was 5."
Are you kidding me?
No, just joking.
You're like, nah, the TN was 37. So
Yeah. It was pointless anyway.
she had no
Still.
chance. No,
And
because
still, all
someone
I
is,
have is a 12.
well, essentially, Erda made an insanely impossible roll to try and wake you up. And then you need, which I wanted to auto allow, but I felt like there should be still something on your part, so I made it a 10 for you to wake up, and you have now exceeded 10,
Okay.
so that has happened.
Thank God.
So you feel like absolute crap. You're at the what's considered the incapacitated but awake level on the wound chart, which means you're down
Got it.
3 dice if you want to do anything, but you are now awake and able to participate in the game.
Yes, that's good.
You open your
Good.
eyes, you see daylight, you hear an elf mumbling something about demons be gone or something. You don't know what the hell he's talking about. The light pushed the evil back in something,
Yes.
And you
Some
feel
elf
like-
proselytizing, whatever.
and you feel like there's like just a weird amount of like weight being pushed on your body, but it's weird in that it's like evenly pressed across your whole body, like a blanket almost. It's not obscuring your vision.
I'm listening, but I have to break up. I have to break up a cat fight real quick. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, hang on. Sorry. Sarah has to break up with me. I wasn't listening.
No. Stop. Oh.
The cats are probably fine.
50-50. I don't know. Cats are evil. I mean, there's one currently biting my left hand, so I can't say.
Okay. Sorry about that. I'm back. You were saying?
I don't know. Stuff happened. You're better. Anyway, moving on.
I woke up and there was an elf talking about lightness and darkness and something.
Right. Light is good. Darkness bad. Dark go back to hell, and stuff happened. And you felt like a blanket of pressure on you. She's gone again.
The power of friendship will help us through these dark times.
Oh God, these times are so dark.
All the Care Bears, join with me now. Care Bear stare.
Oh God, we forgot the lights.
But wait, here are the Care Bear cousins. It's the lion who has the power of heart. And I don't really remember how the rest of that movie worked out. I haven't seen that, so as a small child.
What's that about, Care Bears?
I don't know. So there's a power of light compelling you to feel better. And you feel slightly better after an oppressive thing pushes down on you. And that would have been much more impressive if I had gotten it right the first time, but stuff happened and people walked off and stuff. Moving on. Let's see. It is now Erda's turn after that occurred.
It can't be my
He
turn.
just went.
Is it?
Yeah, I went. It wasn't
Okay.
her turn.
The
It was my
guy that walked in the alley did his thing. I guess
And
then
then-
Erda went.
Yeah.
Then I guess it's Tom. Tom, you also feel that thing happening that I described, which empowers you. It makes you feel slightly more clear-minded.
I'm going to wring myself like a towel and just try to get rid of the rest of the infection out of my system.
Are you going to weird contort yourself to you are the rag that you would normally twist?
Yes.
I love it. Do it. Roll your contortion to kill the bugs.
Hmm. I just wish it was I had the like physique boost, but oh well. Got 3 dice on it. Come on. Never mind. Oh, 18. I'm taking the first roll.
Good. I don't know why you rolled twice. I'm
Well,
good.
because it was lagging, and I'm like, do I need to roll it
Oh,
again?
okay. I got you. All right. So yeah, we'll go with the first roll. I hit lag myself. I understand. All right. So you like turn yourself and just begin wringing your whole body, squeezing nastiness out of every pore of your mushroomist form, as well as every open wound, which you had a few. And just the stuff begins to pour out of you. Let me make a mark in my notepad real quick on what's affecting you, because I have a list. I have like all of you down and your effects.
Ah,
Cool. All right.
he's making a list and checking it twice. Howard is Santa Claus, so you better be nice, not naughty.
Great.
I
You nailed it.
tried to play that last one. I'm
You
like,
nailed
nah,
it, man. No, it was perfect. It was perfect. You got it.
Nailed it. Not with the rhyme scheme, but with the fact that it matched semi the original lyrics.
Eh.
All right. And after Tom, White Ape.
All right, let's continue my running, though I'll probably run into one of these. I will trust Erdrick to if he's telling me to keep coming, then perhaps the evil guys aren't there, but I'm going to run into him anyway. It's going to be bad.
He's leading you directly into the pit of hell.
Okay.
On the upside, were you aiming to double your speed like you said before?
Yeah, always.
All right. So you can move 10 boxes.
I don't think I want to move there. Whatever is coming, you said it was coming from over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to make a detour. And
You want to cross that weird red carpet. Whatever you want to do, man. I don't care. I'm using I'm going to be nice. I'm going to use the D&D rules, whereas in if you want to count the meters, I won't count diagonal against you.
okay.
If you know what I mean by that.
Yeah, I'm going to go here. And hopefully this pillar will block my line of sight from anything that's
It's possible.
over here.
I just want to point out real quick. One, that apparently y'all haven't been able to hear me because I was on mute and nobody told me. And two,
Why would we tell you we can't hear you if we don't know you're talking?
well, true, but sometimes people are watching the actual, video.
I have a lot of screens
Anyway,
open. I apologize.
I was
Go
getting
ahead.
mad and like, why aren't y'all listening to me? I keep saying, God damn it.
Stop muting yourself.
Yeah. Well, someone was talking to me off screen, so I had to anyway, right here
We
where
want
I'm
to hear your
pinging-
off screen. We want to hear what your mom is telling you to do.
here
we
where
want
I'm
to hear
pinging-
your mom tell you to clean your
was-
room and wash your
It
stuff.
was my niece talking to me about her dog. Here is a doorway, and if you're worried about being seen
Yes.
in this doorway, why don't you use your stone shaping magic to work the stones to make it harder for you to be seen?
Too late. He already ran by it.
I was just like, the whole
but I
room
will
is made
say
of
that
stone,
might have worked.
and you are a stone mage.
To be fair, that might have also alerted presences to notice
That's
that
what I was
weird
thinking.
stone walls or
True,
doors are
but
forming.
get through the wall, baby. I'm gonna run.
Hey, was that wall here before?
They're murdering people if they take their
Look,
time to
man,
notice.
Was
the
this
just
doorway always headed towards a
Yeah.
dead end?
Look, man, I
yeah.
just
Are they
worked
stairs
here.
literally to a wall to nothing?
I just work here every day of my life since I graduated and became a guard. I know these halls like the back of my hand. I can't be concerned with walls that suddenly appear. Like, maybe that wall was always there this entire time.
Followed immediately by, what's on the back of my hand? Is that a wart? I haven't noticed that wart before. Am I a giant
How will I
blobby
ever be?
creature filled with worms?
How will I ever be free again?
No, it's the kids who are wrong.
That's how it is. All right. No, I think that where you moved makes total sense. I'm good with it.
Just saying.
Although I do like the fact that we are intentionally ignoring Erda/Tarek from now on.
That would be awesome.
And on 11, my NPCs get to go, including Airdrek, but and also all the awful people and the good people that are fighting the awful people. So, Corey, are you feeling odd or even at the moment? I know you're going to say odd, but I feel the need
gonna
to
be
ask just in
odd.
case you want to change your mind. You're odd. All right. Because if I rolled it without asking, I might seem unfair. Corey, you're a bastard. Just so you know.
So you need to ask
You
somebody
hear
else
more-
next time.
It most directly affects his character because he's the one in the room with the bad, or in the building with the bad people. Not the room. Thankfully, they're not in the room, and they still won't be, thanks to him picking odd. But they could have been. It could have happened. And I could have just really complicated his life and killed his character. But instead, what you hear is more screaming, more fighting, bones crunching. It sounds absolutely awful everywhere. And for a moment, at this point, I'm going to ping. I don't know who's seeing this, but I assume you are at the very least. You see one of the huge guards like start to look like he's going to enter this room and then turn. And someone charges up to him with a sword drawn and he grabs him by the sword hand and just like crunches the sword back into his body and pierces the dude's body with his own sword. And the guy screams and dies as this huge guard swollen creature murders him right here in your viewpoint.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
nothing you could have done about it.
I'm glad
But
I
he's
didn't
not.
start my move
He's
there.
not paying attention to you now.
He's not coming after you.
Yeah,
And
but
he steps forward and he never sees you. And that is the end of the NPC's turn. Airdrek will move to here. You can see him again as he's looking around trying to see what's going on. And he's like, come here. And it looks like because he's like trying to stay safe where no one's looking at him. He's like, here is safe is the best guess you can figure out from what he's trying to do. Because, you don't
Giving you the airplane
reptilian.
people signals.
Right, yeah. He's got 2 cones. He waved you in. You're good to go.
Yeah. Cleared break. Okay.
All right.
let's
So,
go.
Esri, you're awake. You're able to stand up this round. You are 3 dice down on any actions you'd like to commit to, but you can still commit action. So, you're in an alley. You see your friends, Erda and Tom. Tom looks swollen and weird, and you feel swollen and weird as you look at yourself. Everything feels wrong as you look at Erda, who looks like Erda, but not quite Erda. Like if Erda had been a more reptilian than you remembered, like because he's scaly and strange and has 2 sets of horns instead of 1. No, wait, no. Did Mystic Elves, do you have horns normally?
No, we don't have horns. I don't have horns.
Oh, he only has 1 set of horns, which is, sad for them. They, horns are sexy.
Yeah, have more horns. Everybody wants to have more.
Hey,
horns.
he got some horns. Looking good, Erda.
Picked it up.
So
you know.
he's slightly hornier than usual. Got it.
Just slightly. So he looks
Right.
off from normal, but not near as bad as you and Tom do, being that you're all huge and swollen and weird. Erda actually looks small, like like if you were a normal sized person looking at, say, a 5 foot tall person. Could you imagine how weird that would be? So that I love the look she's giving me. Yep, that's what I expected. Nothing but love, Sarah. So anyway, for our viewers at home, Sarah's short, but a great human being.
Just like
That is what you're seeing. You feel awful, like you have been stabbed. You're in a lot of pain, and you're in an alleyway. You see also, as you raise your head up,
Like
there's an elf
some
with
mad
golden.
surgeon.
Sorry, go ahead.
Do I feel like some mad surgeon did experimental surgery on me?
Quite
because that
possibly,
totally didn't
yes.
happen. It wasn't experimental.
Erda was digging around in there.
I mean, like that's not even an inaccurate description at all. But also, at the end of this alleyway that you're in, that is well lit, you see that there is another elf, one of the Losifar elves, with glowing golden hair, and this man is just immaculate and has a very sharp, pointy chin. His hair flows golden and glowy, and he looks at you with his beautiful eyes because he is just dead sexy, and he is chanting in the elven language which you speak, and he is driving demonic energy away from you, from your understanding of what he's saying, but it's in very much the way of, like, if you've ever seen The Exorcist or any of those movies where the priest is all, demons get back, the power of Christ compels you. He is holding his hand forward and literally driving demonic energy away. And that is what you see from that random person that you don't know.
That's good that she sees that, and she
So he
doesn't
looks
see, like,
normal size to me.
He's a little bit far away, but he doesn't look huge. He might be slightly small. You're not sure because he's a good, like 20 meters away.
But she's not like brain weirded with him that he's seeing him as a demon.
No, because I forgot to say it. So
I
I'm
know.
guessing no.
That's what I was like.
I thought it was because he had some kind of like divine protection. He's using
That's
some
what
kind
I
of divine
thought.
ability, and so he's not affected by the demon junk. But I also wanted to ask if he's using some kind of like ray of justice, bring the light stuff. I'm not sizzling, right? Just wanted to make sure.
You yourself are not sizzling, as you are not in fact a demon. Your character race is still elf.
Good. Just wanted to make sure. Didn't want to have any,
I have not introduced
surprises.
tiefling as a player concept yet.
Good.
And was I able
Because
to-
animals hate me, so I'm assuming that elves might as well.
Who doesn't
quick-
hate Erda?
Yeah, that's fair.
And was I
Quick
able to
question.
wring the worms out of me?
Sorry, Esri.
Yeah, quick question. This is to Game Master out of character. Since I was just unconscious and near death and am now awake, are there any effects from that on anybody else manifesting anything? In
Based
case
on
you
what's
forgot about that.
Well, based on what's currently going on, Erda looks slightly demonic, like I described. Tom looks slightly swollen compared to usual, and so do you yourself. Like you look at
that's not what I
yourself
mean.
and things look weird. You're in an in-between
No, that's not what I
state?
mean.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you mean then.
Okay, think about what my character is.
All right.
That thing.
You're the shadowy thing, yeah.
Okay, you don't remember what I'm talking about.
Can
Can I message it to you quick?
Yeah, yes, please. I don't know what I've forgotten. I feel bad now.
Okay.
/W
How do I message it to just you?
/W
/W space
and then space
Game
and then
Master.
type in G and it'll show Game Master. Click Game Master and it'll send whatever you type after that. It'll send to Howard only.
The things they said.
Okay, the /, and then I write a W, you said?
Yeah,
Yes,
and then a space.
And then a space.
W like
Then-
whisper, space, G for
And then
Game Master.
G.
Oh,
for
gotcha.
G.
Okay. And then I have to type in Game Master.
You
Well,
can do
After you hit the
GM or
G,
Game
it should
Master,
come
I
up.
think.
Yeah, just make
Oh,
sure
okay,
in the
yeah,
drop
I
down
see
menu
that.
you click him, and then it'll totally appear, and then you can write your message after that. You might want to do a sample one just to make sure it only goes to him first, like
Good
whisper
idea.
Game Master, and then just like AAA click and make sure he sees that, or it doesn't go to everybody. And then you're
Hey, I see AAA. It looks all great.
Yep, don't see it. So you did
Okay.
it properly. You can write the message.
I have shared her super secret message.
Okay, give me 1 second here.
For those of you at home, if you like this show so far, you should like and subscribe. And also click the bell so that you know when a new episode is airing. And also, if you like, you should check out Corey's other things that have come up on the Dead Unicorn, or just search for Corey on YouTube. Corey Coolidge? I don't know what his stuff is up under.
Howard, while we're doing this, you said you like the poker aspect of this, that we don't know the target numbers or the difficulties that we're going after.
One of my favorite aspects, yes.
I actually made a video on my main channel covering this exact topic and my thoughts on it in great detail.
Did you really?
I did.
I apologize. I haven't looked at your videos lately. I feel like a bad friend.
So if you are watching this video and you're interested in my thoughts, you can go over to the regular Dead Unicorn channel and check those out.
So basically what I'm asking is, are we going to get any outside assistance because of that?
Okay.
Now that you remember what I'm talking about, right?
I do. I know what you're saying, but I feel this is unrelated.
Okay, just asking.
Okay. So yeah, essentially, no, that does not affect anything. And we are on your turn, right? Yeah. You wake up, you see all that. What would you like to do?
Are there any immediate threats to me or my friends right now?
You see that Tom is looking at Erda with suspicion, and also looking at himself like, what the F is this? Whereas Erda is looking at both you and Tom with a please don't hurt me look, I think is the best way to describe it. You can correct me if I'm wrong there.
So was I not able to ring anything out of, or was I not able to have Tom ring anything out yet? Or
not on her turn, not on Ezri's turn. No.
Gotcha.
So that's what you're seeing. I'm describing to Ezra what she's currently seeing on her turn. So
Okay.
you see Tom still looking at Erda with suspicion. Erda looking at Tom with suspicion. Erda's not looking at you with suspicion, mostly because he's trying to wake you up. You do near your wounds, you see, I think it's fair to say you would actually Erda's hands near your wounds, where he's been trying to squeeze stuff out of you and bandage things.
Very true.
Beyond that, I don't know what else you'd see.
I'm going to say, since I'm still mostly incapacitated, that unless there's an immediate threat to me or my allies, I'm probably just going to sit there and try not to die.
Try not to die. You don't have to roll for that, as surprisingly. You can just
try not to get any worse.
You're like, I nap on my turn. Napping is
basically.
All right, she's gonna get some beauty sleep. She's gonna wake up somewhat more charismatic with beauty sleep if that works out for her. And therefore, we get back to actually the guy at the end of the alley, who is going to recast the thing he's doing. Which, let me go ahead and roll it this time, because it was scripted the first time. Scripted stuff is the best.
Yeah, you can't die unless it's in a cutscene.
Darn right. Hey, he got a 1, but not in the wrong place. So, wow, that's a pretty low roll for 5 dice, but it's not the worst. You all feel like the light intensity from the sun has increased as he is walking into this alleyway. This alleyway is lacking of shadows, which only makes Esri uncomfortable as she lays there feeling more exposed than normal. But as far as demonic energy and all of that, you feel all 3 of you at this point, honestly, will feel like the things that have been distorting your perceptions are being pushed down and away from you. So you have a better grasp of the situation. So, like, you're not healed. Nothing has literally changed except your own perceptions, and thus further interaction rolls will have less difficulty, if everyone understands what I'm meaning. He's done a thing. It hasn't auto-saved you, but it does make you feel better. So that happened. We're going to go to Erda.
Okay. She looks like she's alive now. Hopefully she will not die again. Tom is still pretty messed up. Weird guy doing the ignore me thing from Venture Brothers.
I don't know what that is, so I'm going to have to look it up.
Good read.
Send me a link. I'm curious.
Really?
Y'all don't know what y'all never saw. Oh, never mind. It's fine.
I mean-
I've only seen a few off episodes, not the entire
Yeah.
series.
I've seen like the first season, man. Venture Brothers was great when it came out, but I didn't continue to follow it. Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
I think the reference is from the first season. But
that's why it's canceled, Tarek. That's why it's canceled.
It's all Tarek's fault.
It's all apathy.
It's all your guys' fault for not watching it. We're blaming
No,
you.
I would like to blame Tarek for not telling us it was good.
that's fair. I didn't advocate hard enough.
What kind of friend are you?
Yeah, the worst kind.
And Corey for not being so adamant about supporting it.
Tarek, we're gonna have to combine and make Mecha Shiva and come after them.
I don't know what that is. I just hope it has big breasts.
Don't worry, we'll toss Mecha Shiva into the sun.
That's not how you treat big breasts. That's what you do.
Dude. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, so I'm gonna try to start. I don't know if I need to restrain Tom. He's doing all kinds of crazy things over there. He looks like Meatwad trying to squeeze himself.
Oh, guys. What's that you got doing over there?
You keep saying Cobra, but I just keep hearing Easter Bunny, Easter Bunny, Easter Bunny.
You keep saying Cobra, but I just keep on hearing Easter Bunny, Easter Bunny, Easter Bunny.
Wow, Matt. That was
Maybe
an
not exactly
incredible-
accurate, but
No,
trying.
I loved it. That was Meatwad for me, man. You nailed it. Well done.
Excellent. Feed me a few more lines. I'll try my best.
Yeah, I can't leave Tom like this. Okay, so I'm gonna start trying to help Tom squeeze.
What?
Phrasing.
I'm gonna help him squeeze. I'm gonna help him squeeze all of his goods out. All of his bads out. I'm gonna help him squeeze all the bad juice out. Let's grab that mushroom and squeeze the bad stuff out.
The name of the episode is Ringing the Mushroom.
God, his hands have eyebrows.
Ringing the mushroom.
Your hands
Bringing
have eyebrows.
out the mushroom.
Grab your
Bring it out the
mushroom
mushroom.
and just start pushing everything out of it there, Tarek.
Yeah, grab your mushroom and drain the bad juice. Come on.
Drain the bad
You know, when I
juice is a pretty
started this
good name,
game,
too.
I didn't think there was gonna be so many jokes that had this much potential. But I'm so glad that I'm the odd duck out of the group of elves.
To be fair, you're always the odd duck there, Matt.
Yeah, out of
Hey,
all of our...
ever been like the? It's been like that since I was a kid.
I believe that's his full name is Matt Odd Duck Skizzer-Paninsky. I don't know how to say your name.
Get your freaking.
Mixel Pixel it.
Mixie Spitzlick.
Char punch kachupa.
I punch you in the
Chupacabra?
chupacabra.
Chupacabra. There you go.
Chomp, put chewy chomp.
And my middle name is one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Don't you forget it.
Raphael?
Wow, actually, that was a quick guess. Good job.
I just threw one out. I had a 25% chance.
True.
He's just that smart, people.
Just
I am.
No,
one
it's
in four.
Donatello. Think about your life.
just
No, it's
call him,
Raphael. Come on, guys.
just call him Chew, Matt Chew, and you'll be fine.
Choo.
All right, so Erda, what exactly is your action for this round?
I like I said, I'm going to try to assist Tom in getting out as much of the things as possible without trying to injure him.
Cool.
We need to deworm our mushroom.
So, Tom, some of your last actions were to squeeze this nastiest out of you. At this point, with this strange glowing elf walking to the alleyway, chanting some anti-demonic rhetoric, you guess, in a language you don't know.
I'm going to basically restrain him.
I'm going to say he's speaking Latin for you. He's and you feel better, but you don't know why. He's doing a thing, and as he's doing it, Erda is trying to help you squeeze this goo out of you. It's just a weird way to be grabbed by Erda, but it is helping.
Stop it, I'm ticklish.
No.
How do you choose to react? Erda may or may not be a demon trying to confuse you. You decide.
I'm just gonna
Could
power
be trying
through
to
it, man.
squeeze all your goodies out for myself.
Don't make it weird.
It's all weird, sir. Everything here is weird.
Yeah, there's nothing about any of this that isn't.
So
To be fair,
Toward the
you're an
strange
animate
elf touch you,
mushroom.
point on the doll.
All is weird.
well,
Hey,
I'm
Tom, can
receiving
you
help.
show me
I'll
where
accept
on this mushroom I got from the grocery store where Erda touched you?
right in the mycelium.
He
Ew!
touched me in mycelium. That's great.
I'm loving this stream right now. You're completely made of mycelium. Where? There. You're pointing to all of yourself.
And the only way
Very touchy.
he's just lighting himself up with like bioluminescent fuzz. Okay. I think Tom's up next, right? What are you doing?
I mean, yeah, like I thought I was
Yeah, I'm
describing
asking
my actions
Tom, what you
saying
doing?
that I'm accepting the assistance and I'm continuing to wring myself out.
You gonna make another contortion roll then?
Oh heck yeah. Let's do that. I thought I succeeded in my previous roll, but all right, I'll continue.
Yeah. It doesn't. You can't just make one roll and make all your problems go away unless your problems are one roll worthy, which this is not.
Okay. What about this 15 right here? Any
All right.
takers?
With that roll, essentially what happens is Erda and Esri, you both get a good view of this. Esri, you're still kind of out of it. You're just barely kind of recovering, but you see this happening. As Tom begins to twist himself, your huge mushroom friend begins to spin in a way that just like wrenches his body like a rag that you are trying to, like, you've been washing dishes and you take the rag and you just roll out all the water and goo. But in this case, it is this black, horrible goo that looks like black tinted spaghetti just coming out of his every wound and just running down him. And then as he unwinds and looks at the rest of you, you see that he is significantly smaller than he was before. But Erda especially will notice this. He is not the size he once was. Ezra will see that he is definitely smaller than her, but not this. But you're unsure as to whether or not he is at normal size or not, because you yourself are having, we'll say, perception issues at this particular time and space.
Fair.
Which brings us to White Ape. Hey, White Ape.
Time to make
So-
a running roll.
Okay, sounds good.
That's all I do now is make running rolls at times at double move.
Double move. All right. That easily made it.
All right.
All right.
Good.
So you may move 10 boxes towards this guy. I assume that's where you're going.
Hey, I can share his space.
Oh, nice. Yay. You can run in for a hug.
Hey.
But everyone will be surprised if you hug him.
And I'm like,
Dun 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 dun.
Surprise hug.
we
What?
wait.
Dun 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 dun.
I'll give you this since you're there. I'll let you talk as a free action as long as it's something you can say within a couple of seconds.
Do you understand me?
That's a fair question. All right. So you run up, you get up in his face. You're like, do you understand me? And he looks at you and he acts next, actually. He looks you straight in the face and goes, you said in common, right? The Vallanthia speak.
I didn't use Terran or Elven or anything like that.
All right. I want to make sure, just be sure you're not trying to make it extra difficult on me. He looks at you and goes, no bad, evil things there. And he points towards behind him. You think you can guess what he's trying to say, I guess, from that.
He points behind him.
Behind him, he's here, so he's saying this. He points this way.
Bad evil thing there.
He said no bad evil thing there.
Oh no! Right. I thought because you saw you put pauses in. No bad evil thing.
I see your confusion, and you can roll with that any way you want to do. But that's what he does on his action, though, because it is his action. He will turn and they run the other way. So if I can get this thing to zoom in a little and let me turn the guy. Come on. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So he runs deeper into this area here.
And takes me with him.
He did not like grapple you and force you to go. He just led you that way. So he did not.
He did take me with him.
He did not. He did not grapple you and drag you.
My
because...
icon went with his icon, so.
Did it?
Yeah, I pulled it back.
Oh, okay, cool. My bad. I had it like super zoomed out, so that was my bad.
Sure. It's all right.
I could barely see me. I don't know what's
Limitation
going on.
of the software. We got it. Next person to go.
Cool. All right. After the Nipsey. Oh, by the way, on the NPC turn, you can instead of odd or even, sir, I'll let you pick low or high.
Right. I'm gonna go low. Go low.
You want to go low?
I want to go low.
All right. You said low.
I did.
Okay. So what I did basically was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6
I got it,
basis
I know.
because you are moved further away from the problems that had been occurring. You chose low, and I got a 4 out of 6. So you hear more of the things happening that I described before, more people screaming, bad things happening. At one point, behind this wall here, if you can see where I'm pinging,
Yes.
and I don't know what people at home are seeing because I don't know what you're doing with the maps, but
Oh, they can see.
oh, cool. Hey, people at home, see this ping? On the south side of that ping is screaming in horror and people dying. But on the north side of that ping is your good friend White Ape, who is not currently in danger, just aware that people are dying. And that is what happens on 11. Esri. Your friends Erda and Tom are still near you. Tom just twisted himself in ways you had never seen any human or humanoid person do before. Basically, like he turned his body into a dish rag being like turned out to get rid of the dishwater. And then stood forth normal and slightly smaller. You're still laying on your back. What would you like to do, Esri?
He broke his mushroom bones.
Because I'm all bandaged up, there's no way for me to scoop anything out, right?
I mean, you can try anything you would like to do. If you'd like to make a medicine check on yourself, inspect your wounds, and scoop some garbage out, that is on you.
Especially since I don't think I have any medicine that would really be on me, whatever damage I do.
It's your
Medicine
intelligence.
is under what?
Intelligence.
I have no medicine, no.
Not a skill for you. It's a straight intelligence check. If you would like to try and figure out how your biology works and scoop garbage out of yourself. While
All right,
you're
I
at
will go ahead
it,
and make
it
a roll
never
for
hurts
that.
to get rid of some extra. Is it lipo, whatever? You get that stuff out. You can be thinner, sexier. And you can just push it up into your boobs, whatever you'd like to do.
Ooh, what does an 18 get me?
All right, so you are doing it. Okay, cool. I was actually trying to jokingly advise against it, but since you rolled really well, you
Hey, it's my body. I know what's on my body.
you know how your body works. You don't need a man to tell you how your body works. You don't need to be
Exactly.
mansplained.
You know how to squeeze things out of your own body.
All right.
We all do. Admit it.
All right. So basically, you kind of inspect your own wounds, and you see a couple of these black, nasty worms coming out of you. And you as you sit up and look, you see a couple more drip out, and you pull the bandaging aside, and you see the opening with these black, nasty, gross, spaghetti-like maggot worms. And you reach in with your own hand and you begin just like forcing it out, like squeezing a pus-filled wound. And you just squeeze the heck out of it. And you're just like digging it out. And you see this stuff squeezing out. And you're able to do it in a way that doesn't hurt you as much as you think it's benefiting you. You feel like what you did was good. This is not affecting your current wound penalties, but it will affect future rolls, is what I'm telling you. Mechanically. You feel like you didn't hurt yourself. You dug out some nasty black worm thingies, and you're kind of horrified this
Do I
stuff is
feel
in
any
you.
better after that?
Slightly, yes.
Do I feel better? Okay.
Slightly, yes.
Cool.
Okay, I gotta fix this thing because every time I take a drink, I watch my eyebrows go boop onto my forehead, and it's weirding me out now. I don't know how it's feeling about the people at home. I thought the evil eyebrows
It's
thing
pretty
was
funny, I think.
You want me to leave it? I can leave it.
I think it's funny.
All right, cool. They're staying. My evil eyebrows will occasionally be on my forehead when I take a drink.
That's the part I think is funny.
All right. So after Esri, the elf that has been walking up this alleyway towards y'all at this point will complete his movement to come up upon y'all. He's been walking slowly up the alley. I mean, if you were to measure it out on the map, which we don't have a map for you guys in the alley, essentially he's taking the 2-step rule and continued to cast the entire time, which is why he's only just now getting to you. At this point, he will be arriving at pretty much Esri's feet. He'd be in reach within another 2 steps. Nice mustache there, Erda. Very sexy. Within another 2 steps, give me a reach of Erda or Tom. He is continuing to chant Elven. He is continuing to cast. He sounds like he's continuing to cast demons out and push the demonic magic back with whatever he is casting. And I will have him make another roll, which is at 5d6. Boom. Oh, and he's got another d6 on top of that because it rolled well for him.
Telly ho, chap, telly ho.
All right, that puts him at 26. All 3 of you have been infected by the demonic magic, so all 3 of you feel much better. At this point, I will say that Erda, you feel like you suddenly you can't stop yourself as you suddenly like lean forward and go, and the last of your infestation is vomited out because you're the one most recently affected.
Okay. I'm glad that I did that right on top of Tom.
On Tom. All right, you vomit on Tom.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So I'm helping
Thanks.
squeeze him out. So he's like, oh.
And Tom, Erda vomits on your feet, leaving a mass of black spaghetti worms all over your feet.
I mean,
Erda, you have no more penalties that in the numbers I'm going to give you for your target numbers. And you are clear-headed.
how many times can you vomit on a friend before they stop being your friend?
I haven't checked.
I think that.
But you know what, Corey, as my oldest friend, we should investigate this for science.
We're gonna have to Rochambeau for who gets the vomit on who first.
We've only been friends since we were kids. I was a teenager. You were a tween when we met, I believe. So I think that we are the ones to investigate this.
I love the image in my head of Corey as a tween.
You were a skater boy. I said, "See you later, boy."
I'm willing to bet I'm
Something
the only
like
one here
that.
who actually has vomited on you.
The things we do in the bedroom, dear, you have to keep to the bedroom.
I haven't vomited on anybody here, but I have vomited on many people.
I know it's always happened, and a lot of the times you keep those friendships even though you vomited on a person.
Yeah, and I've been vomited on by other people.
For the record, Sarah, no, you're not the only person that's ever vomited on me.
No, I said the only person here who's vomited on you.
Oh, here, yes, absolutely.
I'm
here,
sure your
yes.
kids have done it.
Well, I was a CNA.
Okay,
That would also
hopefully your
do
kids
it.
weren't. Hopefully your kids weren't drunk when they did it like I was.
No, it turns out I'm not a terrible parent.
That's the good news. What's the bad?
Good to know.
The bad news is I don't know how to fix a car, and my car breaks down all the time.
I thought you were going to say the bad news is obviously that I got vomited on them by them still. As a good parent, I took.
I've been vomited on a lot.
Yeah. Trust me, I had to help raise a bunch of kids.
I'm going to say that the spew from a 2-year-old or less doesn't count.
You know, we all know that the kids don't have to be 2 to vomit on you.
After 2, it's a little different, though.
After 2, you're
After 2, it might be their
justified in how
choice.
mad you get about it.
After 2, it's their choice.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway.
maybe.
Anyway, so I think we're up to Erda's action after my guy in the alley went.
Yeah, and so I vomit on Palm. Palm's looking slightly less engorged, let's say.
He is getting smaller, and he doesn't necessarily look thrilled that you vomited on him, but I'll leave that to
Okay,
Tom.
well, I'll let that
He is
patient
not.
I'll let that patient simmer in his own goop. While I turn to Esri and attempt to help her now excise the wounds. And I will just, like I said, I'm just basically trying to give an assistance to Esri, basically. However, she's attempting to excrete her worms. I will attempt to assist in that process.
Sounds
Just
good.
give her some
I feel
papaya.
like my character needs to invent rubber gloves in this world. And like
Someone does for sure.
and the plague mask, the plague doctor mask, so I don't have to get squirted in the
Right.
face by the people. And
The
if I
plague
vomit,
doctor, the plague doctor mask actually already exists in this world. It's in the book that I have written. I've actually made the artwork for the doctor character class, which has a plague doctor mask in it.
damn, all right. Well,
I'll
gonna need
share
to
it
have to-
if you would like. It exists.
I would love to add it to my character sheet at some point. Yeah.
All right.
I
All
will
it
definitely
does
be
is
buying
exactly
one.
what the original plague doctor mask does, which is you fill it with potpourri so you don't smell the plague and therefore believe that you are safe.
Yeah, you're safer from the miasma. Goddamn miasmas.
All right, go ahead and make your medicine check, though.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, hey, leave him alone.
With an 18,
All good.
Erda did a thing. Good job. Next. What are we doing?
I'm not sure how me helping to excrete worms from Esri.
Well, he essentially Erda was already over you, tending your wounds,
Guys,
and you squeezed some stuff out of your wounds on your last action. And
Mhm.
Erda was there watching, and then Erda continued to help you do that.
Yeah.
And no matter what you're seeing as Erda, which for a moment looks like a demon that looks like Erda, and then looks like Erda, and then looks like a demon again, it kind of flashes back and forth. As Erda helps, it begins to look more like the regular Erda.
Yeah, I figure I'm probably confused if the figure's changing back and forth. Probably
That's
something wrong with me.
absolutely fair.
You've lost a lot of blood, let's be honest.
You've
There's
also
that
lost.
too.
You've also lost an incredible amount of weight. Your weight loss reduction in this particular game has been amazing.
Only I could master that in the real world.
It's a slim fast thing, and it's
Yeah.
amazing.
Tom learned the secret of how to squeeze yourself to thinness.
Let's see if he did, as it's now Tom's turn.
All right. Do I have a little more to ring out?
I imagine you have plenty.
Okay, so if I don't make a 20 on this roll, I'm gonna be spending a few character points, or 25 perhaps.
I think that's wise.
All right, so contortion. Yeah, I think I'll spend a character point to see, or maybe two. I'll
Well,
spend.
you can do them one at a time if you want.
All right, let's.
That way, if you don't get what you want from the first one, you then spend the second.
All right, let's do that then. So 1d6. See, that's a 17. So let's. You know, what, I'll spend 2 so that way I won't have to roll so many. Okay.
We're at 17
so,
now.
blah, blah. Yep.
Good
Oh, you
thing
gotta
you
be
spent
kidding
it. You got to 20.
Mm-hmm.
You are at exactly 20.
All right. I was hoping for a little closer to 25, but Howard, will that at least be satisfactory to get rid of as much of the infection as possible, or would you suggest a little more?
I will not give you suggestion. It's like poker. You make your roll, then I tell you what happens.
You know what?
Otherwise, it's cheating.
All right, fine. I'll spend another one.
High risk,
Alrighty.
high reward.
Yep,
20. What are we looking at here?
24.
All right. Okay, so at a 24,
Mhm.
are you standing at 24?
I think I'll stand at 24.
Okay. So at a 24, you begin to do a thorough inspection of yourself, and you're able to ascertain that your body, as someone who is very skilled in contorting your own body, you're very skilled in understanding the shape and abilities of your own body. And based on that knowledge, as you look yourself over, from a medicine standpoint, you're able to tell that that nothing is right. You have been expanded and bulged in areas that you should not be, and you begin to squeeze and turn yourself some more. You've already been doing this,
Mhm.
but it's like you're just understanding the sheer scope of the horror of what is taking yourself over.
Mhm.
And the more the gunk you squeeze out, the more you realize that your own perceptions of everything you've seen for the past several minutes, minutes being the last, couple games, because we've all been in combat rounds for the past couple games, have been completely distorted. And the more of these black worm things that you're able to twist and force out of yourself, the more you're able to see that Erda is Erda and was probably never a demon. Esri, who you carried around, was equally infected like you are, and is still infected like you are, and probably worse off than you are currently, because of your ability to squeeze this crap out of yourself. The sheer amount that you've just now wrung out of yourself has reduced your size, which, by the way, you're no longer ignoring wound abilities. You've lost that ability. You are now normal size.
All right.
But at the same time, you are now at normal perception of what's going on in the world around you.
Okay, so if we were to determine how infected Tom is at this point, would you say that I would need to make a few more rolls to get rid of the infection, or being immersed in that light would help?
You do know the light the elf brought with him, which it feels honestly like a magnification of sunlight. That's all. I mean, it's daytime. There is the sun above.
Okay.
But somehow he is making this dark alley not dark. He is magnifying the sunlight in it and driving the evil down, which is affecting the black evil worms that you are forcing out of you. So he is helping. You don't know necessarily that you're clean, but I'm hearing a thing. I don't know what that is.
That was it
Alexa.
sounded like an advertisement from Sarah's microphone, but
Hey, Sarah, can you stay off the porn for a moment? Jeez. She's a Randy girl. I'm very proud of her. Girl power. Do your thing.
But time and place, people. Time and place.
All right. So anyway, Tom. So the light is raining down in the alleyway because of whatever this weird random.
Shut up, Alexa.
Alexa is guiding us to the porn. As she does.
Alexa.
It's my turn.
Hey, Corey, there's your thing to put into the moments there.
Sure.
Alexa guiding us to the porn. So anyway. All right. So the random elf that's walked into this alley that has like guided in the sunlight has helped, but he has not saved y'all. You have squeezed out a lot of the demonic taint, and you don't know if you're done. You can't tell yourself because you don't have that knowledge, that intrinsical occult knowledge,
Okay.
but you feel better than before. At the same time, you are now feeling the effect of the wounds on your body, which could be good, could be bad because it hurts a lot. But at the same time, you should feel when things are, when you have holes in you, you should feel them, which is good. But at the same time, it sucks because you have pain.
I'll continue squeezing until I knock myself out.
That's what she said. I don't know.
That sounds like that's what he said.
I
was about to
don't
say-
know. It just sounds fun either way.
Yeah.
So, White Ape, meanwhile,
Sure.
All
right. Let's move. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, and then like whatever this is, we'll close the door first. We'll just close the freaking door,
Okay.
and then I want to put something over the door to like keep it in place, but
I'm going to say that this is a chair.
can
Do
I
you see it?
can I wedge the chair underneath the doorknob in the way that people do in the movies that are supposed to keep the door from
Sure. I love it. Do that.
I do that.
Bam. You did it.
Thank you for confirming that I have done the thing.
You did the thing, sir. You probably removed the ninja icon from yourself because I don't feel that you're
I'm
super
no longer
stealthy at the moment.
stealthing. Yeah, that's a good plan. I'm no longer under stealth.
I don't know what the other icon means, so
It
you'll
means
have
I
to tell
have
me.
armor on.
Oh yeah, you still have your armor on. That's gonna last for the scene, so you're good. All right. So this weird rock guy is hanging out with the weird guy who only speaks reptilian. You tucked a chair under the door, and on 11, all my NPCs go, including the dude that is with you, who knows who you are because he's traveled with you just enough to have figured that much out. He is going to go. You cover that door. He's going to move to here. Actually, he's going to move to here. And Airdrek will prep. He has no weapons on him. I just realized he's never gotten a weapon this entire game. He looks like he's ready to fight. He's got his hands up. He's doing the video game Mortal Kombat stance, like he's ready for a Fatal Combat type whenever the combat begins stance. In other words, he's taking a full dodge action. So if anybody attacks him, they have to exceed his dodge instead of a 10. And I rolled a 14, which beats a 10, so that makes my armor class slightly higher. And that will be Airdrek's thing. After which, I won't make you make an odd or an even. Actually, I will. Odd or even. I know you're going to pick odd. I know you pick odd. You always pick odd. Boom. You hear people screaming and dying, but it sounds fainter. They aren't coming your way. So, yay.
Like, I want to help all of those people. I am physically unable to.
Yeah. So, yay. I don't know what to do with that. It sounds awful. Bad things are happening. Yay! They're not happening to you.
I'm wondering where these other people are, like the guy in charge of this place.
He's probably dead already. Everybody's dead. You didn't help. They all died. It's all your fault.
There's a character.
Don't blame Eric. He's following your lead.
No, it's not.
Y'all
Eric.
told him to go somewhere like 2 games ago. He did his thing. Um,
I did not write his name down in my notes. Dang it. Oh well.
I don't know who you're looking for.
He was the Knight of the Azure Order who we first saw.
Johan?
Not Johan. The other
Because he's a big marble monster murdering everybody right now.
I said not Johan. It's the first one we ever saw in this game. The one who questioned
No,
us.
I think he means the dude that helped me get the job as the guard.
It's like Balthazar or something. What's his name? Hang on.
Yeah, it's Balthazar.
Is it Balthazar?
Balthazar.
I was going to look it up, but if you say it's Balthazar, I'll assume you're right.
It is.
I thought it was Balthier or something of the sort.
Something like that. I don't know. It was a B word.
All right.
Let's just call him Bastard and move on.
Valthier Thornheart.
Yeah, that's a dude. Balthier Thornheart. Yep.
That's the one.
Yep.
Valthier Thornheart.
And we killed
You have-
Valrukar, who was the demon downstairs.
Valrukar starts with a V. Valrukar is dead. Balthier Thornheart, you have no reason to know if he's even in the building.
Yep.
If he is in the building, he's dead now, and it's Corey's fault. I just want to say that.
I think we established everything's Corey's fault. You've said that several times.
That's true in every game we've ever played. All right, so that is the NPC turn. You hear people dying, and you saw air directed, and that's all my NPCs. Esri, it's your turn. Hey, lady.
Well, no, I'm just going to continue trying to clean my wounds like I've been doing.
All right, you can make an intelligence. I think it's intelligence medicine, intelligence first aid, intelligence paramedic, whatever the skill is. If you don't have any skill, it sounds like any of the things I said. It's straight up intelligence.
Yeah, I don't. So does him helping me give me any kind of bonus or?
It lowers your target number because
Gotcha.
your target
Okay.
number was high. It has been lowered
Right.
significantly because there's an elf doing some weird light stuff, killing demon stuff.
I'm sorry. That was the wrong button. I meant to hit intellect and I accidentally hit scholar. Let me try that again.
I appreciate
go.
that. Go right ahead.
Scholar will not help me on this.
It won't. You're like, you're just gonna look at you. You come up with a plausible theory about how horrible demon infections are, but with a 14 instead, which is, actually better than your scholar roll was anyway.
It was, yes. Funny that.
All right. So you look over yourself and you start to dig deeper into your wounds, and you're like grabbing at your own body and your skin and like forcing the pus out of your wounds and all this. But the pus, of course, in this case being horrible, gross, black spaghetti like worms. You're forcing out. When you see them, you grab them, you yank them out. And I'm going to say at this point, you're going to take a D6 of damage, which you can resist with a physique check. Do you have physique stamina? If you don't, then just straight physique.
Let's see.
And that is a resist of 5.
Okay. I do have stamina, yes.
Make that roll. All right. So you don't take any damage from it, but it hurts like hell as you squeeze this crap out of yourself.
Okay. So there might be some swearing in Elvish.
Absolutely. And but you are able to squeeze some crap out of yourself, and it hurts, but you feel better as it gets out. It's like, when you pull a scab off or whatever, or if you've ever squeezed anything out of yourself. Actually, if we go really far back, I remember squeezing stuff out of a wound for you and helping you in that particular way. But we won't go that far back because you look like you're puzzled, and I don't want to bring that up. So it's gross. It's nasty. You're able to squeeze some stuff out, and you feel better. Let's see. After you is weird guy in your alley that you don't know. He's going to make another roll.
Let's hope he has candy.
He always has, because, he has to get you into his van somehow. And if he didn't have candy, why would you get in his van?
Exactly. I'm not going for free.
You better have video games.
He's got to have at least Skittles for me to even consider it. But if he's got like Sour Patch Kids, strung for the good stuff, like a Take 5 and some cats. Maybe a whatchamacallit. You don't know.
Why didn't that? Let me try it again.
Could be any kind.
There it goes. Wow, that's actually a pretty poor roll. 5 dice. He is an important character and has character points. I just don't know if I want to spend them. I'll spend 1. God, I hate all of you for making me spend my I'm actually important character point. And that was sadly just enough to be the next level. All right. Ezra will notice this first because she just squeezed more of this gunk out of her. The sunlight as it hits light. And I'm assuming you haven't, because I don't think you're as crazy as the rest of us boys are to have ever burned a worm or anything with a magnifying glass. But if you've ever seen anything get burned with a magnifying glass, the stuff coming out of your body looks like that.
That sounds horrible.
It is horrible. I'm assuming the rest of us boys have, because I'm sexist, and also because I don't think that Sarah did that. Am I right? Sarah, did you ever do it?
No, of course I've never done that. That
You're
sounds
a girl.
really mean.
Boom, sexism for the win.
That sounds really mean.
It is.
Have all the boys here really done that?
I've never succeeded.
You
You tried?
I have burned things with magnifying glasses. I have just never burned creatures. I've burned lit fuses on bottle rockets with it. I have
it's pretty destructive. I like that.
I have used it to melt holes into the side of Coke bottles when I was in middle school so that I could make makeshift bongs.
All right, Matt, have you ever burned a creature with a magnifying glass? Have you ever done it? You know what I'm talking about?
I've tried it on ants, but I couldn't get the angle right.
See,
everybody's at
Stuff,
least
dude.
tried to do it.
I burned a worm. It was a living worm, which is actually really close to this scene, but not because I knew I would one day run this scene in a D&D game, because that's be some amazing forethought, which
So are
I
you
did not
saying-
have.
Boys are just born without empathy towards living things.
I said I did it to bottles. Bottles aren't
Ants
living.
and worms are living things, kinda.
Look,
Yes.
it was before I developed empathy for living things, okay? I
Wait.
apologize.
Sarah, I once punched a scorpion for you. Did you care about the scorpion?
I just imagine now Howard in a house for some reason, Sarah next to him on the couch, and then a giant arthropod scorpion from the Jurassic period.
It's like
Just
Harry
in their
Hou-
living room, and Howard's punching it
It's
in
like-
a hardcore.
It's It's like
And I'm
a
like,
Clash
I am
of
not
the Gods
impressed.
kind of thing. It's all claymation and stuff. And he's go back.
Oh, I was imagining Howard punching a scorpion ninja.
Oh, that would also
But
be good.
from
yeah,
Mortal Kombat?
Why you
Hey,
shoot
to be
an
fair, If the scorpion was a ninja, I wouldn't have seen it.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if it was the guy from Mortal Kombat, Howard would have run the other direction.
But he wouldn't have gotten far.
And then he'd been
because of
all,
that-
get over here.
Exactly. I was gonna say, he wouldn't get that far. because of the
He'd be like,
chain.
I don't know what language you're speaking, but I'm gonna kick your butt.
I'm just saying, I punched a scorpion for you. You can't be that mad that I once burned a worm with a magnifying glass. Come on. Anyway, way back to the game where there's horrible demon worms who deserve a good magnifying glass burning.
They do.
They do.
They're bad.
That is what caught. Guy you don't know. I will not say his name. Did. Erda, I think it's your turn.
Oh yeah. I see that Tom and Esri are looking much more stable than they did when I first started. So I'm gonna leave my health kit or my healer's kit right there, pick up my sword, and start running toward the front of the chapel so that I can get back in to start helping with whatever the fuck is going on in there.
All right.
I say, I'm going to get White Ape.
So there's no roll for that. If you want to run back into the place, you can do that. So you
Yeah.
do that.
Basically, I start running that way. So I'll just like drag my guy over to. Went up to the steps.
All right. After Erda, Tom, you are feeling more clear-headed than you have before.
Mm-hmm.
Like significantly, like you now see Erda as he's running off. You have no reason to believe anymore that is not the Erda you've traveled with in the past, the Erda that fought a ghost with you and did all the things with you in the past. You think that your previous, because you got this last game, you made the rolls. You believe that this is really Erda and your own image of him was tainted.
Excellent. So I'm pretty sure Tom was wondering, there's probably something going on inside the church, though I don't remember like just how badly injured he is too. So I need to check my injury status. Oh, I was at incapacitated. So and considering that
Yeah, but you made your stamina roll to stay awake.
All right. Well,
You can still
He is
act with that
correct.
minus 3 dice, I believe.
Yeah, you were at -3 dice, but you are awake.
There's a strange elf helping you guys, just a stranger, and y'all are just like ignoring him and running off. And I'm just like, y'all are rude. Rude people.
It is not my place to point that out, but I appreciate that someone else did.
I agree.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I haven't run off yet.
Hold on. I totally have a reason why my character would do this.
Mm-hmm.
My character is extremely naive to culture and has no idea how this like city life works. So this could be reasonable. There could be some guy came out of the church and was like, "Oh shit, these people are hurt. They need help," and he's coming to help them. Great, the priest is coming to take over the patients I just triaged, but my friend is still inside with potentially a demon. So I gotta go try to
Those-
save him too.
Exactly. Those Losfar elves always be walking alleys preaching Doma Doma and like just driving the demons back. That's all they do. That's their thing. It's a culture thing. I don't want to take that away from them. That would be rude.
I don't want to have, it's not my job. I'm not going to culturally appropriate his role as a priest. You know what I mean?
It's a shame that Carlos isn't here so he could play his character doing exactly that's all they do.
Yeah, exactly.
That's literally, if she were here, she'd have been here going la 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 la.
I am sacrimonious.
I am better than you.
Look, I actually literally glow because I'm
Carlos is better than you, just so you know, Tarek.
Yeah, I know.
So he's not able to join the game still? Is he still like having that wonky schedule?
Well, he just works like during the times that we play, so can't.
As I purposely scheduled, knowing in advance about the job that he would have at some point.
Yeah, apparently being the general manager of a restaurant is pretty time consuming. So
Oh, okay.
What?
That's what he does.
That sounds made up.
rest.
What is this restaurant?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Why would you
Are you
rest?
sure it's not supposed to be rant arrest?
Ever since the plague times, restaurants are a thing of just the before times.
Yeah, I mean, you just drive next to them and they give you food through a window. How hard
Exactly.
is it?
The food just materializes outside on their windowsills.
It doesn't sound hard.
Well, he's bad at his job apparently. So
Your brother's an idiot.
Yeah,
Tell
with-
him that Corey said so.
with my
That's
naivety.
not like he might watch the stream or anything. I mean,
I don't know
Hey,
who
Hey,
watches the-
Chanchas, if you're watching the stream, I need
No.
you to bring me those tamales back because you promised me that you were gonna bring them.
No one watches the stream. It's not a thing.
By the way, I call my brother
Juby,
Chanchas.
we miss you, man.
all the watches are just us clicking it over and over again.
I'm sure Joe or Junebug was another one that was watching for a while.
It's all right, guys. I'm just
We got a
I'm
bunch
being
of watchers.
there. We get we're very small tube here, but we do get in a week about 20 some views on these videos.
We got fans, bro.
Nice.
Nice.
You know, if you think about it, if you were to ask me a decade ago how many people would watch me play Dungeons and Dragons or any variant thereof, I would assume the number would be one at most, because I had a friend who didn't know, who was like trying to impress me.
All right. Whose turn is it?
And I'd be like, that guy is cool. He buys me French fries. I'll hang with him. He's a little
You're just
weird.
describing Corey, right?
I was just
Yeah,
thinking
but apparently
that.
according to Corey, we have 20 weird guys who may or may not buy his French fries.
Well, they're definitely the patrons are definitely buying his French fries. Well, they're buying Corey.
Good
What?
point.
Yeah, they're buying Corey.
I can get
me and you who are patrons.
Corey,
Do you
I
need French
want my
fries?
percentage of the fries. I believe that's
Yeah.
2 fries.
I
I
have a
I'll
whole
hook you
bunch.
up with some fries, my friend.
Yeah, mail me a couple fries and at least one chicken from that 50.
What I'm going to hook you up with, in all actuality, is an arm
More-
for your mic so it doesn't keep making bumping sounds every 5 seconds.
Oh, what the hell? Whoa! Okay, what the hell is that? Whew. Shoot. I had a big bug behind me. I'm like, what the hell is that buzzing noise?
All right. We're going to have to end the game here.
Maybe we can we just give Tom some raid?
we got to end the game here. I believe my turn is next.
he's got a worm.
But we'll pick it up there
All right.
next week. We're overtime. If you watched us all the way through, you obviously liked it. So hit the like button. Leave a comment. Let us know who you are. We'd love to talk to you. We'd love to see you every single episode because we're here every Friday night. That's it. Hey, if you want to see what happens, what's gonna go on next, if you like our jokes, everything, we'll be here.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Come join us. We'll be here tomorrow with Cyber Samurai Saturday.
Well, some of
Yes.
us will. Some of us. Goodbye.
Not me.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.